The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to.
This is
Radio Biafra.
The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to.
This is
Radio Biafra.
Of every nation, it's in the hands of our people. We've been lost in the dark for so long, chained by the enemies of freedom. Everything in life has got its time. I can see the sun is rising. Beyond the hills of hopelessness lies the hope and freedom we believe in. I can hear the drums of war. A symbol of freedom, a symbol of freedom.
The option they give to us is to seek our restoration by violence. Every living thing living in the zoo will be destroyed. All the animals will be destroyed. It's a promise and a pledge we're making to them. They must understand that we just don't love our country. We are fanatical about
man, child and woman, seeking for a great tomorrow. The time has come to stand up tall, show the world that we stand with He that owns creation. From the ashes of the fallen ones, I can see Biafra rising. Lord Jesus' sacrifice still remains the price we must pay for freedom. Drums of war, so loud and
creator of the heavens and the earth, because only him decreed that we should exist as a race, and only him has the say to decide and to determine if we are to survive or not. We don't rest our hopes in any man.
We must stand and fight. We must stand this flag, a symbol of freedom, a symbol of freedom.
Yes, of course, we have no other option than to stand and to fight. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. His name is Mazi Uche Ukafo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazi Uche Ukafo is the man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. Honestly, I treasure those words, as simple as it can be. He is standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Okukano. He is the king of Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State, and Abia State is Biafra land. Every piece of land in Abia State. He is the director of Radio Biafra as well as Biafran Television, the one and the only man that I know that commands the loyalty of the Biafran people. I must say, 50 years on, he became the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interest of the Biafran people. Collective interest, I must tell you. And having said that, I remain George Onyibe. I come from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. And as always, I want to appreciate the Creator, Chukwukika Biama, the one who sits in heaven and presides over the affair of man, the one who has set our feet upon this path that we must follow. Because in the end, all the glory, all the honor, all the adoration must return unto him. Because no man born of a woman, no man manufactured in the lab. Most of you don't know that some people are manufactured in the lab. That is why when you are talking left, they are going right. No man born by operation will stop the restoration of Biafra. It has been ordained in heaven already. All glory must be to our God, for he is worthy of our praise. No man on earth should give glory to himself. All the glory must be to our God. All glory must be to our God, for he is worthy of our praise. No man on earth should give glory to himself. All the glory must be to our God. Anyị na-aja gị mma o maka n'eziokwu n'ịbụ sọ mma ịhụnanya na gị obiọma gị o juru anya dadio inwe gị mgbanwe ọ dịghị onye dịka gị ịbụ Alpha na Omega. Anyị niile na-asị na n'edema o. You see. I could go ahead this morning and acknowledge you, Father. Because in the end, every man must be a liar. Only you have said the truth. He that taught to ruguge, Omema, he that taught to ruguge, Noga karakirugo. He that taught to rugugi anya nelo wam. He that taught to rugugi noga kara kerugo. Of course, without wasting much of our time, we move ahead to our topic this morning. Don't think I'm just here to be religious. I'm not religious, of course. It is duty. It is something we must do. Because in the end, someone owns this place. Somebody owns this place. The universe does not belong to China or Japan or America. Somebody owns here. It certainly does not belong to Africa. Somebody owns here and the other things around. But of course, it's merciful. Our topic this morning is a simple titled, Fighting to Resolve Identity Crisis and the Need to Know the Truth Behind It. All what we have been doing as Biafran, as far as I can remember, it's fighting to resolve identity crisis. A lot of people are on social media doing wonderful job, I must tell you. We are busy shouting, we are south, we are south region, we are west, east, we are north, we are upland, we are river, we are bottom line, we are on top of land, we are inside land, we are here, we are not this one. At the end of the day, Biafrans are only fighting for one thing, not even the resources. We are not fighting to control resources. Because the last time I checked, there is oil in Benue State, Idoma land. There is oil in Enugu. There is oil in Ebonyi State. There is oil in Anambra State. There is oil in every area, every piece of land in Biafra land. There is oil. So that is not even what we are talking about. In my own community where I come from, butamin is coming out from the ground naturally. As I'm talking to you now, Saipan and other criminals are surrounding the land already. They want to, but that place will kill them. This is heaven on earth. And so that is not even what we are fighting for. We are not fighting to secure government positions. Because we all know already, Yoruba and Hausa Fulani, they will lead Nigeria into hell. They know Nigeria is not meant to be. Hausa Fulani are ready to let Nigeria go. But there are people who are collecting 10%. Nigeria must remain. It's our one Nigeria. Leave our one Nigeria. We cannot negotiate one Nigeria. One Nigeria allow Ndioshi. All I know Biafrans has been doing all this while is fighting to correct identity crisis. Our leader came on here, start telling us about who we are. He didn't just come and say, oh, we're going to get Biafra, we're going to get... Of course, that is the main issue. But he hit on the nail on the head. He came with the name of the Almighty God. I can tell you that is the only thing that caught my attention here. I've always known I'm a Biafran. I just can't fix it. Because the Igbo man will tell me I'm not Igbo man. And then if I'm not Igbo man, is it the Jaw that is the Igbo man? Then the Jaw will say, no, we are not Igbo, we are Ifik, we are Ibibi, we are Inan, we are this. We agree, we are whatever we say we are. That is the identity crisis. He projected it to the creator, Chukwu Okike Abiama. And this is a name that my mother holds sacred. I have said it time without number. If you have problem with my mother and she mentioned that name, you are in for a deep trouble. She can never go back on her word. And for the first time in my life, I am hearing somebody. I'm not sure I've been to Abia State. When I heard somebody from Abia State, being our leader, saying Chukwu Okike Abiama sent us. And I say, who is this person? Is he from my mother's village? He understands the need to put the creator ahead of all this journey. And that is why we must win. As far as we call that name, we must win. And then he started by solving identity crisis. If your mother tied to rapper, you are Biafran. If your mother tied to rapper, you are Biafran. This is enough to clear issues. Later on, some people are going to say, you know, we were this one. Before they say you are South, you used to be Niger Delta, you are doing this. All these things are exactly what they want us to do. How many years now? We are still trying to convince ourselves. No, nothing like South, nothing like Niger Delta, nothing like Southeast, nothing like upland and bottom line and sideline. This is what we are still doing. And they are looking at us. They are looking at us. Do not forget, fighting to resolve identity crisis and the need to know the truth behind it. Men and women came, they planned it, distract them, give them job to do, give them assignment. They start dividing us. We cannot use our brain and push those things aside and move ahead. We are busy fighting. Who are you fighting to defend? Look at all your life. You have been made miserable. If you are wandering across the globe without, you can only dream of coming home. No matter how prosperous you are anywhere you are, the dream of coming home to rest look like a mirage. It looks as if it's never going to come true. You just cannot understand why you cannot be comfortable in your village. They don't want you to fight to do that. They want us to be fighting over who is Niger Delta, who is Delta Niger. And supposedly so, the corruption has destroyed many of our souls. Understand, I'm not talking to you who think you are in Niger Delta, or you who think you are upland, interland, heartland. I'm talking to every Biafra. They gave us assignment and we are doing it perfectly well for them. Let us carry Niger Delta along. Let us carry upland along. Let us carry Abo along. It is like coming in a family. Mama is saying, carry Pekin along, carry Pekin along. Pekin is shouting, carry Papa along, carry Papa along. Papa is shouting, carry Megad along, carry... Is it not the same hope? A call for one is supposed to solve the problem of all. And no matter the theory you want to bring, everybody know the truth already. If you like expose, tell us how you are Niger Delta, how you are South, how you are Interland. This is exactly what we want. How long are we going to be shouting about it? For how long? They did their job well. They just program us. We can't come together. We can't speak with one voice. We know the truth. I'm not here to try to pinch out most of the challenges there, but I want you to see just single words that we are fighting for. Identity crisis. We want to resolve it. The truth behind it is it can never be resolved until you ignore it. Let every man stand by the truth. Forget about those things. Let in your heart of heart you know who you are. But whatever decision you choose to take, you know what is prompting you, leading you to that decision. That is why everybody have to come out and say their mind. But saying your mind must be to bring us back from where they destroyed us. But outside that, saying your mind is not your mind. Of course, we understand you can be speaking from your subconscious mind. Our people must understand that we are fighting to resolve identity crisis. And there is need for all of us to know the truth behind it. In the quest to restore Biafra, it is no more fighting to resolve identity crisis, which was the first target of elimination in the first place. We are fighting to restore Biafra. It is an issue of trying to solve the first problem. I hear people try to analyze. Oh, Biafra means river. Others say no, Biafra is Portugal. Others will say no, Biafra was just a name. We don't know the meaning. Everybody keeps saying everything. But even before the name of America appeared in the world map, Biafra was there. Some call it Biafra. Some call it Biafra. But the two names were there before America was on the map of the universe. A particular location of land was called America. But today we are still fighting. Have you seen Oduduwa appear in the map of the world? Have you seen Arewa appear in the map of the world? Of course, we know the region they come from. The Oduduwa fall into the Benin. The Arewa fall into the Zamfara Empire. But we have always been there. And today we be debating. Let's change the name. Let's do like this. Let's behave like this. But in our heart of heart, we know we are the same people. Everything that God has created and they are around us, they speak volume about who we really are. But the enemy did their job well. We are busy fighting to agree, oh, we are this one, we are not this one. Everything we are suffering today, other people are suffering from it. But they don't have identity crisis. And they are moving on. We go to Yoruba. Yoruba are not the same. Yoruba are not the same. We have Ikale, we have Ijebu, we have Ife. They are not the same. A Yoruba will be talking, another Yoruba will not understand. But all of them are Yoruba. But you never hear about minority or majority. Because they don't have identity crisis. Nobody is dividing them. And so the moment they say, Omoduduwa Lemio, they lower the flag of Ijebu and the rest. Don't you know the Yoruba despise Ijebu people? Yoruba in its totality despise Ijebu people. They sometimes think that they are Igbo people. If you know the history of Yoruba very well, you know they call them Yoruba Igbo. They despise Ijebu people. Because Ijebu people are industrious. Ijebu people are hardworking. But they are not fighting over identity crisis. Look at the Biron man. Look at the Nupe man. Look at the Gware man. All of them are not tenants. They are not tenants. Do they understand themselves? Even right there inside themselves, they are killing themselves. But they are not dividing themselves. Because they are not fighting over identity crisis. But each time we come on air and talk about, oh, we are this one, we are not this one, we are this one, we own it, we don't own it. Understand that their juju is working on you, is having effect on you. And I can tell you, we can spend the rest of our life trying to define what we already know the answer. You can continue asking questions that you already know the answer. It's just a matter of time. Before now, our characters have been assassinated. Our image have been deformed, I must tell you, to the extent that we deny our identity. Before I heard about IPOB, you can't come out and say you are a Biafra. I was not born before the war. Many years after the war, it should be over a decade before I was born. I don't even know what happened until our parents took time to explain to us. But even as small as we are, if you mention Biafra, the next person will say, you can only whisper it. Hey, don't mention it. It's okay, it's okay. The ones that have been destroyed, conquered already, we say, you want to bring war? You want to bring us war? But did the Biafra bring war? Did Biafra bring war? This is our problem. Not all this thing everybody is jumping up and down. We have to resolve this identity crisis. They divided us very well. Some people who don't even know the history of their community will tell you the history of the whole world. Your community, you don't know the meaning of your name. If I ask you now, I say Nugu man, what's the meaning of Enugu? You see, many of them don't know. Urobo man, Ishekiri man, Ejo man, Abo man. Many of you don't know the meaning of the name of your community. And you are telling me the history of USA. Charity begins at home. If we are ready to resolve it, there are a lot of things you are going to do. Of course, time will not permit me to do that. Go and ask your father, what is the meaning of Ishekiri? What is the meaning of Urobo? What is the meaning of Isialangwa? Go and find out, and then maybe you begin to understand what we are talking about. They deformed our character, they destroyed us. But who are these they? Who are these they? Because this is where the problem lies. Who did this thing to us? So all these years, till tomorrow morning, we are still trying to say, no, we are one, we are this. Is it Fulani that have not betrayed Fulani? Is it Hausa that have not betrayed Hausa? Is it Yoruba that have not betrayed Yoruba? Go and look at all the atrocity committed in Yoruba land. All of them are connected to Ogun State people. Go and look at all the Yoruba who have been ruling Nigeria. All of them are from Ogun State. All of them. Who rule Yoruba? Ogun State. Who kill Yoruba? Ogun State. Who loot money? Ogun State. But you don't hear them talk about it because they don't have identity crisis. Today we are going to say, oh, Ijo man kill Abo man. Because of that, we don't trust Abo. Enugu man kill the Akwa Ibom man. Because of that, we cannot near them. Because we really don't know who we are. All those things are not issue to me. We all know the truth already. We can be pretending and be playing game of indulgence. But look at, they are at our doorstep. They are upon us already. This morning it is important to remind ourselves who we really are. The following tools being made manifest and continually attack on it will enable them to destabilize you. If they continue to attack on the following tools which are made manifest, which we are going to consider, it will enable them to continually attack us, which will eventually destabilize us and make us unbalanced to the extent that it is by the grace of God that we are able to remain focused. They destabilize us. With all this nonsense, we become imbalanced. At the end of the day, if it's not for the grace of God, we will lose focus. And those who are true the sons of their father, original sons of your father, I must thank you. That is why no matter anything they do, there are people who are sitting behind. Of course, their hand may be tied, but they always do the right thing. And one of them this morning is, they blame you for saying the truth. To be able to create identity crisis for us, they blame you for saying the truth. Just come out and say the truth. Everybody will begin to blame you. No, you should not say that. Look at this, our Biafra. Don't put Abo. Abo is not Biafra. Look at this, our Biafra we are looking at. Don't put Enugu. Enugu is not Biafra. Look at this. They blame you for saying the truth. You hardly can say the truth when it comes to issues that affect Biafrans. Nigerians are listening. There are Damu on Facebook. There are Gabali on Facebook. Janjaweed, the Yoruba, all of them are there on Facebook. They are listening. The next thing you hear now, this your Biafra, this your this one, that. And somebody is telling me these people want Nigerian to divide. What I cannot understand for the life of my life is what is at stake. The rest of us really don't matter. They are not after a German. Of course, they will come for him. They are not after a Fik, Ibibio, Anang. They are not after Iduma, Gala. Of course, their eyes are on them. But like they say, you cannot come into a strong man's house and bind them until you first of all tie the strong man. And so the target has always been destroy the Igbo. They can configure you and leave you at a particular place. And they know that once the Igbos in the southeast are gone, every other person is gone. It paves expressway for them to destroy. But you can't see it. But I must thank the pure blood of Igbo in the southeast for standing their ground. Because almost 100 years on, original blood is still defending the territory. Some of them are not in IPOB, you may not hear their voice, but they are still defending that territory. Because the day the southeast will fall, all of us will understand what we have done to ourselves. Our leader made it clear. He said what they are doing is strangulation. If they succeed in triangulating us, we are gone as a people. They will carve us out one after the other. They will divide us. They go for the strongest, kill the biggest one first, and others will flee. And everything you say, they will lie against you. They will make sure that they blame you for everything. But people don't understand it. When you call the people who are the current attack on this thing now and say, what did you see? They will be blaming themselves. Our Igbo people are wicked. Our Igbo people don't love ourselves. Our Igbo people have to romance Yoruba so that Yoruba can help us. Our Igbo people have to cool down for Hausa. Our Igbo people should go and beg London and America. Our Igbo people are not doing it well. Our Igbo don't respect ourselves. Our Igbo don't love ourselves. I can assure you that almost 70% of Igbo are speaking on this broken record already. Because they blame you for everything till you begin to agree that you are guilty. You are not guilty. You are just a target, a victim of circumstance. If you don't open your eye, you can be sounding politically correct. You will go to hellfire at the end of the day. We are already there. We are waiting for you. When I see Igbo man say, Igbo don't love ourselves, look at what my brother did to me. Somebody sent me a text message. He said, this Igbo, we are very wicked. Do you know my cousin brother raped me and took away my virginity? We are the one complaining. We are the one that is evil to ourselves. I called the person. I said, I will talk to you someday. Don't worry. Your cousin brother raped you. So the whole Igbo are wicked. But the truth is, go and ask your sister that gave birth to that your cousin brother. You will see she was pregnanted by Yoruba, Hausa, or Fulani, because your true blood cannot stand for you. I have a sister, very beautiful black sister, and as last born, we pamper her. She can sit on my lap from morning to night. It doesn't even look like a woman to me. Because I understand that the day I touch my sister, my body move. I go ask my mother question. Somebody say, oh, the man is sleeping with his daughter. It's not his daughter. The woman should tell them where he brought the child from. And so Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani just pregnant most of our sister, giving birth to idiot here. And then you condemn the Holy Book. This is my own concern. You speak from your subconscious mind. They blame you for everything until you agree that you are wrong there. And I can tell you that as far as I know, the Igbo man trapped in the southeast, as they call it, they have spent more of their time trying to defend themselves. No, we didn't do this. No, we are not doing that. No, we are not responsible for that. No, we didn't bring war. No, we didn't do this. And of course, this is what they want for you. And maybe we're going to do it the next 100 years. But until you understand that if they call you that, boy, you they chop frog, you go and eat better frog. So that when they call you next time, it will balance. Until you understand the truth behind that adage, you will spend all your life defending yourself. This is what some people think they are big men, they do. Let me tell you how it functions. Self-blaming. We are the problem, we cause it ourselves, now we do ourselves, we don't love ourselves. Is it Yoruba that love themselves? Is it Hausa Fulani that love themselves? You are battling with what do you call it? Identity crisis, but you cannot see it. They will put you on a defensive angle. You will spend all your life defending yourself. Let us stop that. By now, we all know that they will not listen to us. Go to international court, go to heaven court, go to world court. They will never let Biafra go, except Biafra go home. I work with a man, and he gave me an example. In fact, we were working in Port Harcourt Airport then. That should be 2008. That 2008 or 1998. And then the engineer in charge of the renovation of Port Harcourt local international airport then was the worry man, Engineer Odegi. And he had issue with my boss. And my boss was like, they were both yelling at each other. No, I don't agree. No, you agree. No, this is the issue. No, it's not the issue. They argued for like almost 1 hour. And then they resolved it and we moved ahead. My Oga called me. He said, see, let me tell you. This is how he said it. He said, you see all these big men? What they normally do is to put you on a defensive angle. And the moment they put you on a defensive angle, you will not be able to say what is going on again. You keep defending yourself. They will win you at the end. He said, don't let anybody put you on defensive angle. If you don't know the game, that is why when some people say, let's play them 419. The time you read 48 laws of power, another person don't read them. The time you read 36 strategy of war, another person don't read them. The time where you read Bible, another person don't read them. That book where you read, where you say give you break, other people read them. So when you are using that your brain, you think other people. And he said to me, if you allow them to put you on a defensive angle, you are gone. You will never have the privilege to say what happened. Today, they are trying to stop us from saying what they do. And some of their paid agents in pretense, wolves in sheep clothing. They will say, yes, we have to move ahead. Yes, they kill Igbo, move ahead, just leave Igbo. Let's continue. Then we begin to defend ourselves. Don't you understand how it works? For instance, you are a driver. And you drive somebody who is a senator. And in the morning, you people are rushing out to the halo chamber, as they call it in Nigeria. And you know the fuel in the vehicle cannot convey you to the office. And you tell your boss that the fuel we have in the car cannot take us to the office. This is how he's going to respond. He said, don't worry, can't we manage it? So you just drop me off, I'm almost late. When you drop me off, you can go and look for fuel. My brother, if you are a driver, tell him, Oga, he cannot carry us. Let him take taxi. Or better still, he should instruct you to go and buy fuel before heading to the office. Because if you are doing good man, so your guy will love you. He say, okay, sir, let me try and manage it. Don't forget, you are not the fuel and you are not the motor. You are not the road. You don't know how many hold up you will meet. And when the fuel happens to keep you people on the road, that is the day you will hate yourself. Because immediately fuel finish. You say, yeah, well, what is happening, my friend? You say, sir, the fuel has finished you. He said, but how can you put me on the road without the fuel in my car? Are you embarrassing me? But you have told him he's the one who persuaded you to continue with the journey. And then you begin to say, sir, but I told you now. He will say, my friend, you told me, and so what? Am I the driver? How am I supposed to know? Well, you could have told me. You could have insisted. I tell you, the more you argue, the more you lose your job. That is what they are doing to us. They are the one who have pushed us to this end. They want us to be defending ourselves. Oh, we didn't do it, oh. We did not do it, oh. We didn't rig the election, oh. The Igbo could be not Igbo. The Hausa could be not Hausa. Oh. We have spent a whole generation has spent their life trying to defend themselves. If you see anybody that they have crisis identity, that is why whatever I do with you, I make sure it is spelled out. Even though it's the God that creates me, if he's encroaching on my right, if he's trampling on my right, and he tell me he give me free will, I will ask him, oh God, you give me free will now. This your action is not free will now. It doesn't matter how you feel. Is there anything you are going to do more than take my life? But it's simple. Igbo haye haye Igbo mu ga lokwa di haye nenu wa kanye no haye Igbo mu ga mo kwa nwam haye haye. Is there anything you are going to take more than that? But I tell you, everywhere you end your journey, another person picks it up from there. There is nothing you can do. That is why we said to them, nobody can stop Biafra. Ojukwu did his own. He stepped aside. Our leader is here. We are only praying that our leader will lead us to the promised land. But pray that you don't stop him. Because the next person that will come, you will know nobody will talk to you. This is saying we are talking. It's taking too long. But common sense you don't have. You allow your certificate to take over your sense, and you want to go home. There is a difference between getting sense and getting graduated. Let's not forget that. They keep you continually defending yourself. All we are doing in Nigeria is defending ourselves. Nigerian borrow money. The money, the document is written in China. And they are keeping quiet. When you go there now, they say you are destabilizing, you begin to defend yourself. That is one symptom of people who are having crisis identity. Number two, they will blame you for not acting on time. They blame you for everything. They say, you people know all these things. You should have acted. You should have done like this. You should have done like that. We should have strike. We should have do this. They begin to blame you for not acting on time. Today, what is going on? You should have done this. You should have done that. But if you have acted, they will still tell you, you acted so quickly. You acted so quickly. Today now, some people are saying, let's do something. Let's move. Let's ginger. Let's blaster. Let's do this one. But if you do it, they will tell you, it's too early now. We have not exhausted all the avenue. You should have been a little bit patient. Patient is from where? For Europe to conquer the whole Africa and turn them to chimpanzee today. Were they patient? It is before they tell you that patient dog eat the fattest bone. Go and ask our ancestors. They have changed that parable. Patient dog will not even see the bone. Not to talk of flesh. If you are a patient dog now in this current world, even the bone, they will collect it from you. And now you see the world we live in is changing. They will blame you for everything. And as far as you are having identity crisis, which has not been resolved, you accept it. I entered the vehicle, I was going to Bayelsa. And we were talking about presidents of Nigeria. And somebody who is from Bayelsa told me that Goodluck is the worst president of Nigeria. The guy was saying it so wickedly. And I asked him, I said, you are from Bayelsa? He said, yes. Even though Goodluck is a Bayelsa, I will say the truth. The truth is that Goodluck is the one who spoiled Nigeria. And I told him, I said, you are not a Bayelsa. And if you are a Bayelsa, I can assure you, all those Yoruba prostituting your women have given birth to you. He flamed up. But he can only flame up. He has the right to flame up. You know, see, as I talk, I have the right to talk. My mouth now my own. If I like, I tear them. But when you touch me, you will understand that the situation can be redefined. He flamed up. But I asked them a simple question. Goodluck ruled Nigeria for 6 years on gunpoint. Could it have been the problem of the looting? Could it have been behind the looting of Omar Odiko? Could he have been responsible for Obasanjo atrocity? Obasanjo destroyed Banugu. Obasanjo destroyed Alamesie. Could Goodluck Ebere Jonathan be responsible for Yakubu genocidal act against Biafran people? But what are we not saying? Or could the same be that he built school for Alamajiri, thereby trying to enlighten Northerners who tomorrow now are being shipped into our land as conquering invaders? But of course, those are part of the way to understand crisis identity. Adamu Farouk say, if I see a Hausa man, they eat another Nigerian man leg, I'm not going to say Ibadu. That is because they don't have crisis identity. But we are the ones that, oh, you can't talk to Yoruba like that, you can't talk to Hausa like that, we have to be diplomatic, thunder fire diplomatic. Because you don't see what is at stake. Who diplomatic help? Diplomatic lead Ojukwu to Aburi Ghana. And Aburi Ghana dissolution led to deaths of millions of Biafra. Diplomatic Onyibe. And then finally, the third symptom of people who are having crisis identity. You must refuse to be blamed. Don't allow them to blame you. Don't allow them to blame you. You don't allow them to blame you. If you look at the Galba, that should be Yoruba and Hausa blood mixed together. If you look at him now, he's telling me on Facebook, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu should be blamed. And some people will rightfully say yes. In those days when we go for protests, they kill us. A lot of our people say, oh, Nnamdi Kanu is leading people to death. He's leading them to death. Oh, he's killing our youth. We are not going to protest now. They're not killing us. Come out now and tell us that Fulani is killing us now. You can't come out. But we understand how it is. We will not allow you to blame us for what we don't know. Because we know who we are. Number 4. Rather, we stop at that number 3. They will blame you for virtually everything until you are confused. But don't let them give you the last blow. No matter what they do, don't let them give you the last blow. We have an issue. Fighting to resolve identity crisis. That is what we are doing here. And there is need for us to know the truth behind it. Don't let them give you the last blow. They can blow you as much as they want. But make sure you will give them the last blow. Reserve the best dance for the last for them. We have to focus on our agenda. I didn't come IPOB to love anybody. I did not enter IPOB so that I love you. It is our agenda. We have agenda. And that is why no matter how much I hate you, no matter we are enemy, our agenda is to make sure Biafra come. By fire, by force. By water, by ice block. Anyhow we want it. The agenda is to restore Biafra. Not to restructure Nigeria. And the moment we begin to shift that ground, we are losing focus. They are winning. And we will lose our voice. If you compromise, you will lose your voice. Don't compromise in any way. They will get hold of you. Your authority will be taken from you the moment you compromise. Number one, we must not allow them to distract us from our agenda. We must focus on our agenda. Yoruba can never call for Nigerian breakup. Awosa Fulani, Alamajiri, Barawu Dambanza, Janjaweed Fulani, they can never call for the breakup of Nigeria. Absolutely, we are their gay. That we be the animal, the trap don't catch us. Be the one to introduce yourself. Don't let them introduce you. In this game of fighting to resolve crisis identity, don't let anybody introduce you. Be the one to introduce yourself. If you can't understand or accept the name Biafra, tell them where you come from. Stop taking the name they give to you. If I traced Niger Delta, we know who gave that name Niger Delta. If I trace Southeast and South, I know who gave that name Southeast and South. If I trace Bayelsa, I know who called you Bayelsa. If I trace Enugu, I know who gave you Enugu, because your Enugu is not what is written in your signboard. But by the time you begin to tell me your really name, you begin to make sense. Yes, young man, who are you? You tell them, yes, I am Mazen Nandekano, and I'm from Afari Beku. Give them assignment. They now ask you, where is Afari Beku? You tell them Afari Beku is no more here. The last time I checked, Oyibo man didn't call that community Afari Beku. Portuguese, Chinese, or Japan didn't call Omuahia. It was the owner of the land that gave that name. And then let them go and find the location of that community. And when you call me, you tell me, where do you come from? I say, I'm from Abo. If I don't tell you I'm from Abo, I tell you I'm from Orogodo. Because the next time you check, you will now see Boji Abo. Boji Abo is not my name. It's not my father's name. Boji is English language. So if you are from Abo, you are looking at Boji. Boji is not Abo language. It's not a Ka language. It's not Igbo language. Boji is English language. It simply means boogie. Our ancestors pronounce it Boji. And boogie simply means a dangerous forest where criminals hide. The criminal came to our land, they saw us there, and we didn't allow them to pass, of course, our ancestors. So they now put signboard and wrote there, warning other criminals coming, that this forest is inhabited by criminals. Because I tell you, we all have history. When they say Benin fought, without Abo, nobody will survive in Bendel State. Without Abo, we have 3 frontiers in Bendel State. The Benin are in charge of administration. The Ijo, which is comprises of Abraka, Ole, Urobo, Shekiri, Isoko, and the rest of them, they were in charge of a protocol. It is Abo people that is the Agune chamber. For the Portuguese to get to Benin, they have to divide. You can't pass Abo. All of them, when they get Abo to Abo, we disarm them. They mounted a signboard and say, Boji, Abo. Dangerous forest, Abo. Criminal hide there. We are not criminal in our own land. What am I trying to say, Nife? Don't let them introduce you. When I go to America now, they say, where do you come from? I say, I'm from Boji, Abo. They say, so you are a criminal. In their mind. But if you are Abo, you don't know your identity. You don't know the name you are bearing. Why wouldn't you become Poppy? Crisis identity. Don't let them introduce you. Introduce yourself. For that, I love Yoruba. I'm the son of Alhaji or Yoruba. They Shokoya, the Olu Oli of one Nigeria. They give you, they hit it down. Olumo shot to Olobo shot to Olobo to everywhere. Now, when I go to America, I say, where you don't go? I say, I'm from Delta State. They say, put that one very well. It's a mature animal for the cage. Let us tell ourselves the truth. Just don't let them they introduce you. Introduce yourself. Tell them your name is Ogidigan. Then I say, what is the meaning of Ogidigan? Spell Ogidigan. Tell them you can't spell it. Let them write it anyhow they like it. We must refuse to be distracted. We must be truthful to ourselves and to everything that we represent. Above all, we must love ourselves. We must love ourselves. In those days when we go church, we go to sing. Why ya no go make inyanga? Why ya no go make inyanga? Why ya no make inyanga? Why no go make inyanga? Love yourself. You don't love yourself. You want somebody to love you. How many of you are proud as a Biafran? You don't know how our brother Nnamdi Ubi that was released yesterday. I've not met him one-on-one. But I love that guy because they are, what language will I use? They are drunk with Biafra. The one they call Yoruba among all others. They are mad with Biafra. They are fanatical, according to Kiforen. They are jagatika. Love yourself. Let envy and jealousy kill them. When we come here, they want us to be crying. It's not good. It's not good. If we cry, it's not because we are crying because you are winning us. We are just tired of being too strong. And when we put all these principles in place, you will see that crisis will be resolved. There are a lot of our people coming up from around the globe. They are waking up. There is a massive Biafran incursion already. And each of them, they are fanatical about what we are talking about. For the first time, I give it to our leader. He woke everybody up. And today, even the people who don't know what is Biafra, we say, I'm Biafra, Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani, they want to be Biafra. I have all of them. They call me. I have the friends like that. They call me. I have their text messages recorded, everything, their number. They wish they can join, become Biafra. But I say, we can't help you. We need to save the dignity and the honor of our father's home, and then we redesign our destination from there. We agree on how the relationship should be. So I call upon you, Biafrans, this morning. What we are fighting is to resolve the issue of identity crisis. That is what we have been fighting for all this time. And if you fail to understand, if you fail to move ahead and introduce yourself before they introduce you, I tell you, they will mispronounce your name deliberately. They will not want you to be higher than them. They will bring you down and make you feel you are nothing. I'll be back in a minute.
The history of a people, I repeat, is like the stream of life from which the character form and structure of the identity, their backwardness and progress are drawn. It affords the people the platform on which to predict their future. Though, just as every stream has a source, so every group of people has a beginning.
I had a voice on the Radio Biafra. London is the mouthpiece of the Biafrans. Nnamdi Kanu is his name. He made a vow to fight the end till our nation Biafra is restored. We love him, it's our mentor. Biafra is for real. Yeah, yeah. We will keep on fighting till the end.
Anything you hear on Radio Biafra is the gospel truth.
I had a voice right in the air, Sunday like a thunder, calling for my freedom. Yeah, now I conquer. I had a voice right in the air, telling me to listen. Biafra freedom is play. It's telling me Biafra is my name. Biafra is my home. Biafra is my home, my home. It's telling me Biafra is my name. Biafra is my name. Biafra is my home, my home, my home. For many years after the war, yeah, we be praying to Kike to give us a good leader in Biafra land to replace Ojukwu. Until I wake up one day, one morning, I tune to my radio 102.1 FM, radio Biafra. All I had is love.
The people cannot predict their future if they do not know their past.
Yeah. Nnamdi Kanu's voice, I had a voice right in yeah. Sunday like a thunder, calling for my freedom. Yeah. I had a voice
The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to.
This is
Radio Biafra.
We have an announcement to make. 30th of May is very, very critical. We have our 30th of May, we must not forget. We are going to have 3 days of fasting and prayer, starting from the 27th to end midnight of the 29th. Very, very important. We are going to read and pray all the Psalms in the Holy Book, from Psalm number 1 to 150. If you read 10 Psalms, you pray prayer and fasting for 3 days, and then conclude it with a prayer on the midnight of the 29th. And then this year we are going to have a candlelight vigil, a procession in the middle of the night, ushering in the 30th of May. We have sat at home so much that I will also encourage people to sit at home on that very day, please, for us to honor those that fought that we may live.
the radio station with more. You're listening the radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to.
This is
Radio Biafra.
Yes, of course, at this moment our lines are open. Our WhatsApp line remains 07081545642. 07081545642. Our direct line is 08122152971. 08122152971. And the special number for the female is 08128858614. Special number for the female, I repeat again, is 08128858614. Caller on the line, can you hear me?
Good morning, my lord.
Good morning from here, Geneka. Go ahead, please.
Good morning. My name is Geneka. I'm calling from Enugu province of Biafra land. May Kazama bless and bless our leader. I just have two things this morning here. It just made my day today. I want to tell all Biafrans that if you have a blood of Biafra, know it from today that there is no way Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani will call for a breakup of Nigeria. No way. It's not in their blood. They can't do that. They are the same. Anyway, one day I will draw that and I will post it on my page, on my Facebook. Then every of my friends will see how they are so-called Nigeria. These people are the owner of Nigeria, Yoruba, Hausa, and Fulani. So let's not advise them to do anything against their own. Because they are the same, they are darkness, they are bloody, they are killers, they are just the same, nothing. I don't have their time. I want to ask our leader, the king of Afariku Beku, our supreme leader, Onyendu, my savior. I want to tell him to remember that he promised us that he will bring a test kit for DNA on August of this year. He did it, he said it in his broadcast early this year. Let him bring it to. There are too much mixed blood here in Enugu here. They are disturbing us. If I told them that Biafra is in the blood, is not in the head, they won't understand. Some will start quarreling with me, some will start abusing my leader. If they abuse me, it's better. But when they abuse my leader, that's the one that pains me most. Because you can't abuse him in front of me. So, you should remember to bring that test kid. We will start from Enugu. We'll keep testing all of them to know how many we are, So that when we say go, our go will be go. When we say come back, our come back will be come back. If we say turn backward, turn front, turn left, it will be the same. So that we know whom we are fighting. We will not carry somebody down. When we say go, the person will be going backward. When we say forward, they will be going backward. When we say backward, they will be going forward. We don't want that thing. And our leader has told Erufai and Mama Daura, if they need that one, let them start. He will not be the one to start. Let them start now. If they are not afraid, let them start. Let them just start anywhere they like. Let them just strike and say they have come. Let's see what those rubbish, nonsense human beings. Let's see if they will succeed like 1966 that our people did not prepare for this war. And again, all these slaves, their food everywhere. They are coming back. Some are pretending. Coming to know what we are doing. That they will know our source, our power. Because they always ask us, you people are not going to church. You people are not Jesus, or whatever. I don't know.
How many of their general overseers give them Indomie? All this lockdown, how many general overseers, Yoruba general overseers give them Indomie?
I even ask my pastor in my own church, go and give your people palliative. I didn't say myself. My leader have given us our own palliative. We are eating big. You know what I told myself in that time, that our leader bring all those big rice, that food of Biafra land. You see those that receive that rice, food will not, they will never lack food. Even if it's 1 peta, even if it's small, they will never lack food in the you see that since then, nobody lack food in Biafra land. Nobody said the hunger chased them out of their house. It's because Chukwuka always multiply our food. You see that food, it will continue multiply till Biafra comes. You see, they don't know us, they don't know our source, they don't know our power. That's what they are seeking now. Let nobody allow himself to be used or talk all those things that they are posting on Facebook. They are fighting nonsense, fighting. I've told them, leave them. They don't know what we carry. They don't know how we prepared. Since you have been running around all these rallies that we go to, and I always tell my brothers, see the picture that you post when I die. Because I don't count myself to be living. And they will tell us, hey, you guys, you should go and die. We should go and die. Now, they are coming to say our power. Later, our leader bring that Esinkido so that we will know how many we are. If we are 3, we will know that we are 3 fighting this thing. If it's 2, we will know that we are 2 fighting this thing.
Thank you very much.
After Chukwuka say, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I will be there for them.
Thank you very much.
Listen, may Chukwuka bless you, my
We
name.
must continue.
Chukwuka keep strengthening you. And bless all Biafrans all over the world and IPOB worldwide. We will fight, we will get our freedom, and we will go home. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It is as simple as ABCD. Go and talk to our leader one-on-one and say, what is the greatest battle you are fighting? You will see, it is first of all the seed of discord sowed among us. Mistaken identity. Call on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still there, my honorable lecturer, Mazi George Onyibe. Good morning from here.
Go ahead, please.
Yes, so my name is Sirme, your humble servant, Mazi Chima Joseph Onyechukwu. And Mazi Chima Joseph Onyechukwu is calling from Bolafon. It's a very long time. But whenever I hear your voice is just like a thunder. Sometimes I've been wondering, because I still tell some people that why wouldn't you come and join this struggle? Do you know that some people that don't sleep day and night so that this struggle will come to an end, so that you can even enjoy your life, so that you can even have a plate of food? And they say me why? Okay, like somebody like you, in the night you will broadcast till 11 p.m. Sometime more than 11 p.m. 5 a.m. you are already on air. You don't even think of your life. Only thing that you are thinking is what will you do so that your people will be out of this type of dungeon situation that you are. So far, many other peoples and some have not even come to their sense. Look at now, just like this lecture that you are giving to us now. We should know that the main problem that we are having now is because we have mistreated our identity. The place that we came from. I could remember before when our forefathers they will say Ebe Belu go Belu. That means be and let your brother be. What that is hungering you day and night is what will you do to make sure that your brother will be okay? And your brother the same thing. Starting is no more today. It's just like my leader last broadcast is talking when he's talking about the so-called innocent or whatever his name is. This is the people. They want to please the federal government. They don't want to think about their people. Look at the so-called Dangote, whatever his name is. He's the richest man in Africa. What have he contributed in this COVID-19? But our people, the people that don't even have 1 naira, they want the federal government to know that they have billions of naira. They are using their money that they're supposed to give to their brothers and sisters that is dying in hungers. Going and give to the so-called federal government. At the end of everything, they will just burn the house and take the money, and your people are dying because we have go away from our roots. If at all that we remember our roots, such thing will not happen. Is no more in the life of our people now. So all this type of thing is the problem that you have been passing through. But I thank my great leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the great hero of Hamadike, one of Biafra land. That hear our cry and come and say no matter anything, if we will take life or whatever, that I must celebrate my people. No matter anything, who will do it? Who will be under rain, under sun, under any type of captivity to make sure that his people will be free? If not my leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They have tried him with all sorts of things, but he promised and he stand in his word to know that as far as that God is one, that he will never even change his mind.
Of course, that is Zue Epileptic Network. We must continue. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Yes, my name is Sano Wabuchi. I'm calling from Aba. I don't know what is happening to our radio this time around. Aba is not speaking, sir. In short, I gave you, I just tried the line. The line is going to ring. I know that you are on the line today. God bless you, sir. According to our mother last night, there is war in our land. You see, what we are seeing about is too much. I'm telling you honestly, what we are seeing in Aba is too much. Every day, new people, new Alamajiri people, every day. Even if they are coming to the market every day. To this market every day, they are coming. They are coming to market every day. Fulani is coming to market every day. The group opened the door for them. Who opened the road for them? I don't know. Every day they are coming. They are coming to this place. Now, according to what our mother said last night, my dear, let all governors, if I am governor, I will learn a lesson all this while. Because the thing that is happening in our country, in Aba, precisely, is too much. I pray that all these governors will raise themselves together. Then fight for this Biafra, because if they are fighting for it, we will get it. And everybody will sit up. Be a brother keeper, as we are saying, as Master Onyibe is saying every day. Be a brother keeper. Things that is happening in Aba this time around is terrible. It's terrible, please. And also, if you call the social media, they will not answer you. If you call to governor, they will not answer you. Even you are dying. They are saying coronavirus. They give people food. For where? For where you see the food from government? From government. No food from government. Then they want us to die in the house. They are locking everywhere. But outside there, in who go outside them? There are open doors for them to come market, do everything that they want to do. But this side, they want to toss to die on hunger. If you not go with them, go with polish all of them. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Onowabuchi. Of course, we must continue. It is simple. Somebody just forwarded an article and said yesterday, Goodluck Ebere Jonathan was in a lecture hall somewhere in America, and he wrote that the Niger Delta will prefer to be in Nigeria than Biafra. He mean no ill. But all these are Yoruba concocted nonsense. The first thing Goodluck Ebere Jonathan did was to resolve the issue of identity crisis. His name would have ended as Goodluck Jonathan, and that would have been unanimous, because no truly Bayelsa person is Goodluck Jonathan. No father name, no village name. He understands that game. The first thing he did was to rewrite his name. Ebere. You can call it Ebele, you can call it Ebere. So if you are bringing garbage and say it's good luck, it's not good luck. It's more learned than that. But even if he is. But he did not. That is where they always hit us. Oh, Igbo want your oil. Oh, Igbo want your oil. But they are the ones stealing the oil. Identity crisis. Oh, I better let Fulani take it, the oil, than Igbo to take it. Identity crisis. But to you, all of you are in Yamani, all of you are Moibo, Lori Buruku. The person where wear shoe, now is supposed to know where he pinch him. Person where wear shoe supposed to know where he pinch him. But if you don't understand what is at stake, how can you stand up against it? That is why here we continue to reveal all the evil. The moment you expose, you shine light into darkness. The light, darkness will go. But in the absence of light, darkness will prevail. If we don't respond to all these things, they could have stronghold over our mind, and that cannot continue any longer. Are you there, caller? Are you still there, caller on WhatsApp?
Master George Onyibe here.
Judo Kafo Tutoma.
Yes, sir. Master George Onyibe. Good morning, sir. Nani Larry. Yes, thank God. Good morning, Biafrans. Good afternoon, good night, whatever time zone you may be. My name is Judo Kafo. Judo Kafo is from Agbo. Agbo is in Anioma. Anioma is Delta, and Delta is Biafra land. Mazi, I thank you so much for your wonderful lecture. Every day I listen to you, but when I try to call, the line is busy, and I'm okay with that, because I want all my Biafran brothers to be calling so that we can be hearing them, their views. So I thank you very much for your wonderful work. My brother, Biafrans, there is nothing like Niger Delta. The people that are writing those garbage you see, Amijo, they are those people. Do you people remember that Ondo State is part of Niger Delta? So anybody that is saying Niger Delta, it doesn't mean he's a German or he's an Efik man. If you trace that person, you will find out that he's one of those Yoruba from Ondo State. Ondo is part of South and Niger Delta, if you don't know. So not everything you read in Niger Delta, we are not Biafra. It is a Yoruba man that is speaking. Yoruba people, they don't want us to live. And Yoruba people hate us more than the Hausa people. Because last week here, I was talking to one of my Igbo brother. All suddenly, this Yoruba man, as soon as my Igbo brother leave me to go do something, the Yoruba man come to me and say, you don't know Igbo is the problem of Nigeria. Don't follow any Igbo man. Don't trust Igbo man. They are this. Yoruba man, I'm telling you.
Very soon another Igbo man will come and tell me don't talk to Yoruba. If una dia juju they worry una, not say if you worry me.
Yes.
If Yoruba juju they worry anybody, that is say go worry me.
No. The Yoruba man tell me Igbo man is the problem of Nigeria. They are very
because to him they have finished brainwashing you. You are not Igbo.
Yes.
You are Bendel Igbo or Delta Igbo from across the Niger.
So,
Yoruba family.
Yes. Yeah. So the Yoruba man say, don't join them all. Igbo people like this. So, and as Yoruba man, do you know my name? He looking at me. He didn't look me. I said, do you know I'm an Igbo man? And you are telling me Igbo do this. I said, can you tell me now what an Igbo man has done to you? An Igbo man ever did anything to you? He was looking at me. I finished him and he ran away. Since that day, he never come near to me again, my brother. We have to unite. And Biafras around the world, those people on social media, we have to unfriend them. They will come in the morning and talk about Biafra. In the evening, after gaining much follower, they'll begin to talk against IPOB and our leader. Unfollow them, unfriend them. They are not for Biafra. They are for one Nigeria, one zoo. Because as soon as they start getting people, they don't know they make money. There are many, as I'm talking to you now, there are many TV stations that want to hire me. There are many of them. Okay. And then tomorrow I will collect money and come and curse in Biafra. Let God drag my tongue out on the road on that very day. And any idiot who is there trying to destroy me, even inside this struggle, thunder will fire that person. His own death will be worse. But people don't know. Somebody will wake up, yes, I'm narrating a Nigerian data issue. I'm uniting Igbo in Warri. I want to unite Igbo in Calabar. We are uniting Igbo in Enugu. Who are you to unite Igbo? Do they tell you Igbo in Warri is quarreling? And Igbo say, yes, sir, yes, sir, we have to unite. Let's unite. You are from a community where the neighboring community, you people don't see each other. You have not united them. And you come on social media, yes, we have to unite Igbo. Igbo in Abo will be united. We will unite Igbo in Enugu. Let's unite Igbo in Ototo Tororo. Are you a uniter? Ndiara. And some people say it's uniting us. There is nothing any of us is going to preach on social media regarding Biafra issue that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not finished already. He has finished it. Okay. We are just rewinding it, replaying it, re-editing it. He has finished it. But somebody will come now and say, the man in Aso Rock, it's not true. They will begin to say, oh, Dika, this man, he has said the truth. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been telling you this. But something is actually wrong with people's brain. They bite my belly. And people go, they share them. And they tell you something. If you want to know the level of envy, go to my friend list. You see many people. In fact, make I no talk and make I leave them, then they mumu themselves. Go ahead, please, my brother. So, Mazi, the book of life say, I know my sheep, and if my sheep hear my voice, they will follow us. You always say it in Radio Biafra that there's nobody that preach to you that you are a Biafran or to follow our leader. You say, but you listened to radio one day and you saw the man. You hear one man calling Chukwu Abiyama, and your spirit quickened. And I was coming from church as a general overseer, as a GO. I was coming from church, my son Arabakesheke. So you can't tell me the spirit of evil was in me. The spirit of Chukwu Abiyama, he captured me. I said, who is this man? Go ahead, please. Yes, you know, so nobody will tell you that who you are. Once you see somebody who is talking about who you are, something will quicken you to say, this is the right thing to do. And that is why I am with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am with IPOB to the end. And all my Niger Delta brother, you are South. My brother, go and shine your eyes. There is nothing like Niger Delta or South. That name, if people want to get money from Abuja, you will see them begin to talk about Niger Delta. It's a name to collect money. Niger Delta is a hotcake name. If you want to get attention from federal government, you just say Niger Delta. There is nothing like Niger Delta. It's a fraud. It's a fraud. Thank you very much. Let's join IPOB and Biafra will come. Thank you, Mazi, for your good work. Continue.
We must continue.
To bless you. In the name of Chuko, Abiyama's name I pray.
Yes, a caller on the line. Good morning from here. Your name and where are you calling from?
Okay. Good morning, Onyibe. God bless you. Good morning, my leader. Wherever you are, you shall be well with you all the days of your life. My deputy leader, may Elohim be a shepherd, and may Elohim guide you and protect you, so that you all will see Biafra and beyond. In the name of Chukwuka, I have prayed. Onyibe, what you said is true. Identity crisis. Because of my name is Peter people for Ritual Lambano. The identity crisis, because of this identity crisis, our enemies are now writing our history. Our enemies will come to the Facebook and rant as if they are speaking for Biafra. Why they have their own self in their own eyes, they will not take it up. They will be speaking, telling our history, how we thought, how this, what they did to us, so that we overreact. They don't know that our good Lord brought our leader, he has already instructed them what to do. No man will force us to do what we don't want to do. So they will be writing about them so that many Biafrans will say, hey, he's our brother, he loves Biafra. He not so that at the end he go to backyard and bribe them. The Alpha Fulani are using them. The so-called our brother Yoruba. The Alpha Fulani are using them. They come and pretend. Anyone that wants to have relevance, they will say they are. They start writing our past history, telling us where we begin and where we end. How can somebody tell you your history? How can somebody tell you that your mother conceived you so time and get back to you so time? That person should be a first person, and that person wants to drag you out of your line. Some of us, our brothers that say that they are Niger Delta, they will be preaching. Because why shouldn't they can answer to Supreme Leader? Why should they? Because we are giving him a life visit. But there are the same people that say that they are looking for Biafra. What concerns you with the two? Even if you call him whatever we call him, are you to judge?
How much are they paying? How much are they paying Mazen Kano for being a Supreme Leader? The guy who they pay, you don't know say to even answer big name self, he they keep person. If you the anointing is not there, you can't answer that name. So how much are they paying him for answering Supreme Leader? Is that our problem? Is Supreme Leader it's stealing oil? Is Supreme Leader raping people? Is Supreme Leader the one killing people? But it's a identity crisis. That is just the problem.
Yes. So because of this identity crisis, they will come out and pretend as if they are doing for Biafra. Then what we now hear is that one side is dominating IPOB. One side dominates IPOB. One was the Igbo speaking Biafra dominates IPOB. Where are you? We have called you, come out and deal. Because you are a sheep among the wolves. You are IPOB in the morning, you are Biafra in the morning, you are the one in the night. That is what is deceiving. So that guilt feeling is what is doing them. Because when Judas came to the apostles, what Judas was is to find fault in Jesus. And because he found Jesus a fault in Jesus, that is to treat Jesus. But those that do not find fault in Jesus and keep Jesus in good faith, they follow Jesus. And they know that following Jesus will give them a good thing. So that is that. And there are lots of us that said that we are this, we are that. You tell that you defeat you get a new Nigeria by constitution. And you have been in this new Nigeria for 21 good years, doing nothing, just deceiving people. When they speak big grammar like this, they say, hey, before the inception of IPOB, when like Ohane they speak like this, we don't get big grammar like this. I go shout, I go say today we go show them Pepe. I read the first letter address of the time the first day they took into office of this area. I was so happy. I said, why is going to be? He said, we will not tolerate this. We will not. It is because I followed that theory that I know that those things are deceiving well. So that you will go out sleep, hoping that their elders are fighting for you. You don't know that they have already prepared their mark so that they will come and carry you without God, without this. Will come and carry you and bury you in a shovel grave. My dear, may God Almighty, I'm always grateful, even if I didn't eat, even if I get away to listen to you, to listen to my broadcast stations all through the day. I'm so glad because God has done a great thing by bringing up our leader. God, I appreciate God. Even if I'm not praying before, because of what God has done in IPOB, bringing up this IPOB and our leader, Mazen Kano. I say all the days of my life I shall worship God. God alone shall be my God because He has done us great. He has given us a precious gift that no man on earth can give it to us except Him alone. And that precious gift He gets to us is Nnamdi Kanu. And I pray that anyone, any man or woman
that we see what we are passing through, that can see how they tortured our brothers and sisters to death for nothing, and we see sabotaging this struggle. May the land of Biafra open its mouth and swallow them. May the blood of our brothers and sisters that they killed by torture, may the spirit hurt those evil men, those saboteurs. May the blood of our brothers that died in the Mediterranean Sea without grace, may those of them that died in the desert when they are crossing to look a greener pasture because they could not eat in Nigeria, may their spirits rise up and begin to hurt those saboteurs, and may they never live to enjoy those money they have bought them over. May they be like Judas, that after collecting the price of Jesus and found themselves, may they use their own hand and fragment themselves, and may those children they are feeding with this money, may that money never be useful to them until they repent. This is my prayer, and I believe Elohim will hear this prayer, because I take it in no other name than in the name of people, a name above any other name. I pray. All hail Biafra.
All must hail Biafra in the end. There is no two ways about it. Are you still there, caller on WhatsApp?
Yes, I'm here, Mazi. Good morning.
Good morning from here. Happy New Year.
I'm sorry. Happy New Year to you, sir. Mazi, Alail is always busy, so it's difficult to get through. Yes, sir. Mazi, good morning, Biafrans. Good evening, good afternoon, depending on your time zone. Mazi Onyibe, I really appreciate you, sir. May God give you the strength. Really love to hear from you again. It's extremely frustrating staying quarantined in the home without your voice, but thank God that you are back, and since then I've been trying to come at least to say congratulations to you, because hey, how difficult it is, but the soldiers always, not the zoo soldier, the real soldier you're always in the war front. Even when the war ended, you never give up, and the war is beginning, you still standing there. We appreciate you very much, sir. Having said that, Mazi, I really want to appeal to you to talk to the entire Biafras. We don't want to mention names here, because it's very biting me down to the stomach when somebody will go any social media or any platform whatsoever, because what happened now, when you hear Bia, everybody will gather there, because everybody want out. But among those gathered, you will see one confirm our born or Yoruba there making some statement. One thing myself will not take from anybody is asking the change of name of Biafra when the Biafra is restored. We are not fighting for, because number one now, if you now making a statement now, there is a huge hole or a huge snake in this. That is a very disastrous snake. The thing that to come out to attack somebody. All you can afford is to go to where people are trying to pick up some idea how to kill this snake. Is when the snake come out, we will how to change the name. Is it the name of Biafra is the problem now, or getting the Biafra himself? What is your problem in you campaigning for the changing of a name? How on earth would those people who died in the Muslim Dekan's house, when they come out now to visit us when we are praying as an ancestor, and they came out, they say a different name, how are they going to answer us? If those 3 million people that died in the Biafra war, when they come out now to find out, no, we have been calling them all this while, and when their prayer is answered, we change them. How are we going to respond them? I don't know how my statement sounds, but it's paining me when I hear anybody sometimes, this name of Biafra, we must change it when Biafra come. We are not changing nothing. If you like, consult anything. God help you, I will not be in that place where they consult anything, because I will bite your ear off. My forefather did not die for another name. They died for Biafra. And those who are tussling for power, calling some media, even last night, I'm just sleeping now. As soon as I hear your voice, I wake up, because I was going to flow. Listen to the Niger Delta, as they call it, try to debate certain things in social media. I even called and I was very angry. Why is it that somebody will call himself that is what makes you a lead? Just because you're in the social media, gathering 1,500 people following you, you are now powerful. When Nnamdi Kanu went to Kuje prison and the woman was peeing in his body, were you there as a leader? When 28 people was massacred in the house, were you there? You call yourself a leader? Especially come from Niger Delta, or Igbo person that's sitting telling that you're gonna take your war to worry. Where were you when they detained him for 2 years plus? You are a leader. You just because they have set out the distraction
One, they are mounting the one after the other. The other one is social media in the north. The other one is in army man called himself.
All of them will fall. I personally, I know them. But for certain reason,
Yes.
I give restriction to myself. Because when you keep attacking them, those who have not seen what you are seeing will misunderstand you. Everything all of them are trying to see, they are trying to re-educate our people indirectly. There is nothing they are saying that our leader has not said. But having said that, they have agenda. You cannot see them except you see with the eyes of the spirit. But if you come out now, they say, oh, he's attacking people. If you want to show how formidable you are, join IPOB. Nigeria is not afraid of anybody. They are afraid of two things.
Yes.
Kano and IPOB. That is their problem. Come there and broadcast. Let's see the stuff you are made up of. But let them know what there is time for everything. Go ahead, please.
Yes, Master. That sound is very clear. But sometimes the very cheap-minded ones, you try to convince them to call them to start making calls and start campaigning. Sometimes these are business people staying there. The funny part of it, when they start new, they stand very, very vocal. You can see them. But as soon as they start to hit that 1,000 followers, you see their voice start changing now. Somebody will be fighting for change of constitution.
They have not been there because of Biafra restoration. They have their agenda. And the point is, when they are doing all these things, the leg where they waka chun chun chun, you get the eye where they look chun chun chun. That is one thing they should understand. But it's simple. It's their job. It's their calling. It's their anointing. It's their cause. Let them go ahead with it. Yes. But in the end, we shall know. It's just a matter of time. Thank you very much. We must continue.
Thank you. God bless you, sir. Thank you.
The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to
This is
Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra.
Of course, I have a special announcement to make, and I will want every Biafran listening to me to make sure you go ahead and pass this information across. If you are from Ikwere, you can present news in Ikwere dialect here on Radio Biafra. You can present news in Ichi dialect, Oyibo dialect, Ibema dialect, Andone dialect, Ekpeye dialect, Ibani dialect, Kalabari dialect, Okereka dialect, Abua dialect, Ogoni dialect, Eleme dialect, Andoni dialect, Ibibu dialect, Anang dialect, Oron dialect, Itabon, Uso dialect, Isoko dialect, Urobu dialect, Ijo dialect, Ishekiri dialect, Inzion dialect, Anyoma dialect, Okuni dialect, Apiche Nkom dialect, Akam dialect, Yala Nkum dialect, Bekwara dialect, Ijagham dialect, Aparambong dialect, Otomi dialect, Boki dialect, Ubudu, Oba Liku dialect, Iyala Ugoja dialect, Ugebu dialect, Obobura dialect, Efik dialect, Biasi dialect, Ogabia dialect, Oporome dialect, Gabaran dialect, Epie Etiesa dialect, Okorodia Zarima dialect, Kolokumi Opokume dialect, Idoma dialect, Igala dialect, Agatu dialect. All these are indigenous languages in Biafra. We need you to come on Radio Biafra and broadcast. Please, if you are interested, just send me your WhatsApp number on our WhatsApp line, which is 070-815-45642. Send me your WhatsApp number on 070-815-45642. Of course, it's a WhatsApp line. All of you, Radio Biafra is here. Everybody come and broadcast. Don't stay behind. And this radio is for all of us. Please forward this to everybody. And of course, some dialect in Biafra land I may not have been able to mention here. All of you are needed. Come here and make your presentation. Let us know Nigerians and Biafra. Of course, inching closer to the end of this morning broadcast, I will take few lines and then I round up from there. Caller, WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here, sir.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Good morning, Mazi. Good morning, Biafrans. Good morning, friends of Biafran. Wherever you are, I say, may Chukwu Kikabama bless you. Mazi, please, I'm begging you in the name of God. I'm on my knees now begging you, sir. Because if through this message today, sorry, my dear, I come from Paris. I live in Paris. My name is Mr. DK. So today's message is very, very important. If you can do it again 10 times, you repeat this message again, because social media is full. All is talking bullshit. I want to ask all those guys that come to social media. You are talking about Nigerian government. Who started it before? In 2011, where are you? In 2009, where are you? Did you have any opportunity to speak against Nigerian government? What have you done in Nigeria since you are born? Have you ever speak anything against Nigerian government before? But one man does it. This man raised up, started it, shouting from 2010, 12, 11. Now your eyes open because you know how to talk. You come on social media and start blah, 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 blah. Who are you? Anytime you listen to Radio Biafra or when you listen to our spring leader, maybe he says something that you don't like, then you use it to come at radio anywhere you call yourself, you are saying. Start talking nonsense. Who are you? Now, Mazi is talking now. Watch the number now that is watching or listening. But let us you now is a Yoruba guy or a Yoruba lady coming now, shouting now, Biafra. You will see all the whole people that will be killed there. All is Biafra.
Of course, we understand our politics. As far as it is Radio Biafra page, Yoruba will not allow more than 300 persons to listen to you. I have about 4 viewing centers inside the studio here. One of them is telling me 43 followers. The other one is telling me 78 followers. That is what they do. Yoruba are the one doing that. But sometimes they will think in doing that, they are discouraging you from doing what you are doing. But how you catch them is immediately after the broadcast, go back and look at the viewers. You have millions of people viewing already. As I'm talking to you, one of them is telling you 165 among all of them. But we understand that politics. Me, I don't even look at it. Whether they like it or not, they must hear. Even though it's only one person, I know what they are doing. They must hear. The message is going. It's as simple as that. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, sir. Why can't we, every time we don't love ourselves, we don't do that, we don't do this, we don't do that. Why can't we ourselves fall a mugu for once? Must we know everything in this world? You see, Hausa man, they love themselves, they are together. Yoruba self, they love themselves, they are together. Those people that love themselves, they are mumu, they mumu follow their people. Why can't we follow mumu for once? I'm in Paris today. They have a policy that guides every country. Do you think that you know something more than all these white people? Then they follow the rules and they follow the policy. When they tell them to stay here, they will tell them they will be here. When you are leading them to another place, they will come out and talk. But they tell you to do this one, you complain. What are you complaining? What are you gaining in sabotaging your brother? What are you gaining? I watched one guy yesterday. He said Igbos are pompous. Igbos are this. Igbos are that. Must you talk that word?
Because his father is in Yoruba or Hausa. They, of course, the snake must give birth to snake. I cannot understand. My people say, even though your parents are living inside the bush, you don't go out telling your neighbor, oh, we they live inside that bush. Because ordinarily, human beings don't supposed to live inside bush. So even if it's a bush, that is my home. You should be proud of it. And the time you see somebody say, oh, Igbos are pompous, I'm Igbo, I have to say the truth. The person is an idiot. His brain is gone. And these people want you to address them with regard. Regard they know nothing about. But we know all of them. We never see our sister wake up say Yoruba woman for Enugu in daughter name na Chuku Demma Ndiara. That day tomorrow now that one will open Facebook. It's Chuku Demma. He'll be saying, oh, we don't love ourselves. We follow them. Hey, we don't love ourselves. But you love your husband. You love your children. You love your mother. You love your father. Who is ourselves here now? But of course, it is identity crisis. And there is need for us to bury all of them. I've just mentioned every dialect in Biafra land. Forward your WhatsApp number to this studio WhatsApp number. We need all of you to be broadcasting here. I have great respect for Mazu Chuka for Mefo. He went to the back seat so that I can shine. I cannot complain I was not given privilege. Over privilege is here worrying me. And when another person comes, I will go back on back seat. So the person too can talk to their people. But all of them will run. Oh. Go ahead, my brother, and let's see how it
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Again, he come out and said, must we be in one umbrella? Which umbrella are you before? Which umbrella are you before? Do you have an umbrella before? My brothers and sisters, please, 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 please. Let us forget all this crap. Let us forget this kind of thing that will not help us in anywhere. Let us be Mumu, follow Nnamdi Kanu, our spring leader. There's no other person. There's no other person that will help us out. Forget about your pride. Forget about your too much money. Forget about whoever you are. Just be Mumu for once. Yoruba people, they be Mumu and they are where they are today. Hausa does the same thing. Why Hausa people have too much almajiri in their place, but they still don't complain? In Igbo land, in the whole Biafra land, do you have any almajiri? But you are complaining more than people that have more than almajiri in their place. Who do this thing to us? Can we change for once to behave as if we don't know what we are doing and follow in one umbrella and move forward? Who does this thing to us? Oh, Mazi, please, if you can keep on repeating this message more than 10 times. Let us carry everybody. Let everybody bring his own opinions. We live in Europe. Everything is going according to the law. Does it mean that those people are leading them to bad roads? Why every time when they talk about something, you try to find an excuse or an error, one error, you use it to try to double cross your follower and tell people nonsense in your word? Do you have a platform? If not IPOB, who give you that platform you are sitting on? If not IPOB, do you know how to operate in radio in Facebook before? Who are you? Who born you? Can't you respect yourself? Mazi, please, I'm very hot. Thank you, sir, for this opportunity. May God bless you. Please, sir, continue this message, sir.
Thank you.
God bless you. IPOB, all hail Biafra.
Almost hail Biafra. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Mazi, good morning.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
My name is Dr. Bless you. Bless our leader. Bless our deputy. Bless your Mazi. And bless your wife. Bless my coordinator, Kechukwunyama. My contribution this one is about Yoruba. You know, for my time, in 2005, I started hating Yoruba because of what they did. in the family, the person who raised me up, they get one year here. They get very intelligent here. As time goes on, they are finished their university from Abuja and they carry Bere come back. As they carry Bere come back and they ask him who's pregnant, he said a Yoruba man come pregnant. I said the man will come. They swear everything that he will marry the girl and he will take care of the girl. He love Igbo. Now from that man I hear Igbo and the Yoruba they are one. They say na we are one and only language are different from our culture. Everything na Yoruba. We are coming from Christian family. We know the key, we know the harm, we know they do anything. As they ask the girl, one marry, the girl say he go marry, he take care of it her. Now him follow it and for school. And the girl is very intelligent. As their uncle tell him, no marry this man now from Yoruba. I know like Yoruba. He say no, you go marry. And then the man come marry first wife before. And they ask the man, why you marry first wife? Come marry one marry second wife. Say that their culture, but the Yoruba person will get too hard. No, nothing will do this year. I say carry the girl go. Come marry and carry and go. The girl come born. As him born. He named the boy Emmanuel. I can't ask you. Why you name the boy Emmanuel? Why you know name for your language? You say love Igbo. Love Igbo too much. Igbo and the Yoruba are one.
That child you are seeing will become a thorn in the flesh of everybody in that community. There is something known as the love of a mother. It has made many sons destroy their father's home. But we will come to that in one of Back to Your Roots.
So as I go on, 6 months, the mother comes sick. Sick, no be small sickness. And she sick. The man no allow their people to know that the girl is sick. And after some time, the number no they go. The first son praise the house, go for Abuja. Come see his sister and his sister don't speak. Come sleep. They ask the man, say, man, a small sickness. Then I wait the small boy where him a born. Then I say, see him for a bed. He say, economy, ma. He say, yes, Naima. The man mean for Yoruba na building mean ma. We are the same. As they carry the girl come back. Carry and go every passport where they go. No one see say what happened the girl. Now for one man, what they do for Omenana, all this tradition, can't say what thing they happen the girl. Can't tell and say na first wife, now they fight the girl. But I try say first wife they fight, but the man comes with say he love Igbo, he to do everything for Igbo. As the girl comes see, later the girl come die. The man now allow the people to come bury the girl for the man house. They carry the girl come back for their father's house, come bury her. And the boy where he born, the man say he no go carry the boy. Make the people of the girl carry the boy. Do everything they want to do the girl. And like this, he can't leave the girl come down, come bury her for their father's house, leave Yoruba for their husband's house. I come to ask, but the Yoruba say we love, they are one. Why this will happen to us? Now like this, the girl come die. So all these Yoruba people, since that time, I begin to get these Yoruba people. They know everything. You know what they do. They think say everything. The time when you come marry the guy, say, we have everything for our family. We have doctors, everything. Our family, we are not dying like that because we use all this in Borogo, all this root to cure everything. Everything, every disease, they cure and nothing happens. But now what happens? The girl can't die. Even if you see the boy where he born now, if you talk one, the boy they do other things. Everything the boy they do are rubbish. Because the blood is not from Igbo blood. They call the father, come carry the boy. Say no, may we carry him. And like this girl can't die. Immediately, the boy know the answer about it. The man know the answer about his son again. Know the answer everything about that family now. They are just died like this. So man, this is how this.
Thank you very much. All these things people must understand. It does not concern IPOB leadership. It does not stop what IPOB is doing. But we understand the people whose life are at stake are the people who don't understand how they function. So if we do not keep pointing it out, a lot of people will be misled. And so everything, we will pay attention to them. Everything. You know, just forget about, move ahead, don't give them time. No, you will give them. Go and read your Bible in the book of Proverbs, just the same chapter. He said, do not react to a fool, or else you look like a fool. He went to the next verse and said, react to a fool, or else they will be wise in their own side. I'll take one last more call and we end this segment. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yes, my comrade, Mazi Onyibe.
Good morning from here.
First, good afternoon. Before I move further, I will say sorry for what has happened to you. It has been a long while, and I thank Chukwu Kabema for giving you that very fortitude to bear it, though we don't have right to question him. It is well. Everything that happens for a purpose. So this very morning, or this very afternoon from here, my name is Pastor Chris Wise. I'm calling from the Kingdom of Cambodia. So I have little things to chip in. My comrade, there is this very idea that I want, if we can imply, I kind of imbibe by it, a kind of make use of it, I think it will work, because our deputy, since 2013, has been shouting, lamenting of these so-called our brothers from the River Rhine area to come up to pick up their positions on Radio Biafra. And it seems like maybe we are begging them, or we are forcing them, or we are trying to impose things that they don't like on them. But I came to realize that many of them, even some of them that I met online, I've called many of them to a kind of pick up the challenges. They said, how much are we going to pay them? That this is the number one challenge now. They are very much eager on how much you pay them to work for their own country. That is number one. Then number two is that if we keep on waiting and calling on the radio, it's very good to kind of elaborate, kind of inform them, but we should start from the coordinators of that very unit. We should make it a mandatory to them to either provide somebody, because we need it now, either provide somebody from their unit, or they take the responsibilities, because we are here for control and what? Command and control. So this very idea, I think it will work for us, because they say that since the day of Radio Biafra, the Riverites need to take by force, and we need to take it by force. So if we don't call those coordinators to give us people from their end that could do this very work, it's not that big. You can record your voice and everything and send it to radio into broadcast, or you stay in your home to do your broadcast. What are you afraid of? Now, what am I saying this? There is this very woman that calls herself Mr. Briggs, Mrs. Briggs, or whatever. Go to that very woman's channel. You see that woman is doing a lot of damage to what we are doing. And they are brainwashing their people concerning us. And another thing again is that when you watch Samuel Ekpa on his program concerning the Riverine area, you will hear what they are saying. They capitalize on the issue that the Igbo man killed Adakaboro, that any delta, any riverine areas that support this very Biafra is sparting on the pit of Adakaboro. I said, what on hell is on this? Should we now begin to expose ourselves and know who we lose? We did not kill their brother, but they stole our properties. And yet we still open radio, we still agitate for freedom and call them in. They said about oil and a lot of things. So my brother, I don't want to say those things. I will kind of go towards that very end. But what I'm trying to chip in is that if you can be able to, you have that very power in your office to mandate all the coordinators in that very unit. All this area you mentioned, all their coordinators, they should give us one broadcaster, or they do it themselves, because that is part of their job. So I think this what I want to say, and it will help us if we can do that.
What you have said is of course very perfect, and I can assure you, I as a person has exhausted every avenue. There are a lot of idiots who are even very close to the heart of this project, who are frustrating this very effort. Like you said, I don't want to say something. I have called the Biafra Land National. I need you to do all these things. I have gone myself. I know the impediment on our way, but I won't say it. Sometimes we need to suffer for our negligence so that we get sense. We all know the truth. Nobody is a king now. Now, what I'm doing is simple. I will continue to announce it until they come. I understand most of them have challenges. I understand that as much. I understand all the secret behind this thing. I understand those under the payroll. Every game everybody is playing, I understand it. 100, even more than them that are playing the game. But believe me, there will be time of shaking. only the unshakable will remain. The new breed are coming up. They know the truth.
Yeah.
And in as much as I will not condemn Adakaburu, I will not support him completely. In as much as I will not agree with Ojukwu, I can never condemn Ojukwu, because at the end of the day, it is their action that have defined us this day. And what happened to us after now is left for us. Let's ask ourselves a simple question. What is the population of Urobo people? What is the population of Isoko, Kalabare, Okereka, Ogoni, Andoni, Patani? Check these individual villages. Fulani are cutting them off gradually. Ankyo Briggs, like you said, she's old now. I don't think if he can see another 30 years. Edwin Clark,
even
the same.
Years.
All of them, I wish them long life. But the truth is that if they fail to admit the truth and let everybody go, if Biafra come today now, I can say my own father's house will be his own country. And then let it be that my father's children agree, then so be it. But for us to be fighting over the same nonsense they have used to destroy us all this year, I can only say benedictions do us in circular. May the peace of God, the grace of God be with all of them. It is as simple as that. Our people say, when elder see, he no talk. The elder will die. And when elder talk to the children did not see. It's as simple as that. We all know the truth. We know the politics there. You know the truth, of course. But of course, you know, we have to be very economical with some words. And that is what exactly what we do. Thank you very much, my brother.
Exactly.
And I truly appreciate this call. We all know the truth already. That is the identity crisis. I cannot live my life based on what somebody tells me. I will live my life based on what my father tells me with reason. I have discussion with my father, even as a child. I asked him question. I was sitting one day and I look at all of us. We have native name. And I can't remember my father's native name. And I went to him and said, Daddy, what is your native name? He looked at me and he laughed. Because his name is Julius Onyibe. His other brother is Benson Onyibe. And then you have Christopher. And then you have Gracie. And you have Maria. And the rest Holy Ghost name. And I say, all of you don't even have native name. I know what he told me. They were born and brought up in the house of Israeli people. Their father and their father and their father and their father before them, all of them, should I say their housemaid, to Israeli family, living in Warri in those days. And when my grandfather died, he placed my grandmother under oath, you must take my children back to my village. And so it was the Israel man that gave all of them name. And he understand mistaken identity. He would have been lost. Today, I made almost the same mistake my grandfather did. But thank God for IPOB, I remembered. I went back to the school where my children attend. I changed all their name. If you hear their name, Kwakli Guma, you can't pronounce it. But it's our language, it's our name. It is our culture and it is our heritage. Those of you on Facebook, that people there is Bayasa. All those quack you are seeing, it's inside Bayasa. Go to Burukili, you see slum. You see canal. Swimming with maggots. Unbelievable. May the Lord be with us. I sign off from here. Nothing much to say. My time is fast spent already. But of course, we are going home. And that is what is more important. Biafrans across the globe, I understand there is a mighty awakening already. Everybody must rise up and take their rightful place. I have made this announcement. All of you, this is the time for you to come up. Of course, your coordinators will contact you because we are doing that already. Believe me, I understand the challenges, but I don't want to be in the position to name that challenges. The coordinators will bring them forward and we will start from there. If we fail to fight for ourselves, if we fail to defend ourselves, nobody will. Never forget that God will not do for man what man should do for themselves. Sincere appreciation to those of you who were able to call in and make your positive contribution. My apology to those of you who I cannot pick their call at this moment. Having said that, do have a pleasant day. Ndewono.
Biafra's Got Talent exclusive.
Oh, la, 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 la. Mazinamdi Kano, Ohamadike, Odogwana Barizuwan, na Biafra land. Mazuche me for the chicken ijikwo for. Ojo fogana,
Uche me for. Biafrans got talent, take a leggy. It's me. Everywhere put our own way. No, you're a man, so I'm
He had the struggle for 2 years accounting. No matter the intimidation, he could run in Panega, Kobe Jemafi Hojo, Mobula Godin Betty Run the Bagging Buru. He made a Kobe Gita Joe, Makimi Hani Najo, Ibumoke Jeba,
me for. Iya di kunu ya bi kakola.